see, I am going to... Oh. I am going to start my time slot because Planet Stardream has brought everyone in. Hello, everyone. Welcome on in. Hopefully everything functions properly. This is, I guess, technically my first time doing an official Clowder charity raid train. If you don't count the Pascal one. So hopefully everything functions properly. We will find out together. Let's hop on over to the game proper. Hello everyone. Welcome on in. I figured it was time to bust out another classic game that well, let's say I'm a little familiar with it. Although, technically, the version I'm familiar with is the Game Boy Advance re-release. But, you know, the Super Nintendo version's close enough. But yes, hello everyone, welcome on in. Greyhampton riding this train till the end. Brave soul, a brave soul indeed. Hello, hello. I have a save file here, only because I was practicing. I mean, that feels a little weird to say, but yes, I was practicing just to make sure I knew what I was getting into, just kind of de-rust a little bit before getting into the extra stuff. First things first, for anyone who is not already familiar with what we're doing here with the raid train tonight, we are raising money for Trans Lifeline. One thing that I thought would be interesting to try out, and see that Pascal on the tail end of the train here is doing something similar, is we are using the crowd control extension. Let me pin this real quick, first of all. I love that I show up in the chat as a raider from Planet Stardream's stream, because I was lurking in there while getting stuff set up. That's fun. I was going to... Let me see if I can do it over in this other window. I want to pin this so that it's... There we go. Okay, so that's up there. So you can use that link to donate directly, or if you want to do a little, if you want to add a little bit of chaos to my Super Mario World experience, we also have crowd control. So there should be a Twitch extension that's overlaid on the screen. There should be a little icon that you can hover over and interact that way. But as a backup, I believe that interaction link there in the chat should also give you the ability to work with the crowd control features. And all donations through the crowd control extension, those should go directly to Trans Lifeline, which is a pretty neat feature. I like that crowd control has integrated charity functions. I have used crowd control once or twice in the past. This would be my first time using it for a charity stream. I'm gonna get rid of that other save. That Mario no longer exists. Let's start brand new. We are back in Dinosaur Land. Looks like Bowser is at it again. Isn't he always? Gotta respect Bowser. Bowser's got a focused track. He knows what he wants in life. He is determined. My main goal for this particular stream here is I'm going to try and beat the game, and then we'll see how many levels I can actually get through. And the reason I'm doing it that way is because I have no idea how wild we're gonna get with crowd control or anything like that. So I wanted to give myself a relatively attainable goal to start with. Or at least what I consider relatively attainable. Wow. Grab some ticker tape. Yeah, this is a game that I have played through several times. So I do remember what the shortest route to completing the game is. I saw that, I saw that. I saw that. Was that the Clowder donating to Trans Lifeline? I think I spy some donations out of the corner of my eye. Yeah, so my idea is, oh, well, my idea is unfortunately going to sacrifice Yoshi because I am not paying attention. Oh, pixel mode. We're getting even. If you thought Mario World couldn't get any more retro, it is more retro. Aesthetic. I can't even read the results. They're all pixel. I can't read them. Oh no. I can't read the results. Oh, this looks so weird. Oh, my eyes. Okay, my eyes are refocused. I put in my contacts. Net shot. Oh, give me that frame drop. This is that is Super Nintendo native frame drop, by the way. That is not my setup. That's just because there's too much on screen. Oh, hang on. Get some stars, at least try to. Just for the fun of it. Just how the world looks to me without glasses. Oh, Pascal. Oh no. I wouldn't know. But I'm with someone who does know. And yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, we're decreasing the brightness. Ooh, that's gonna get scary if we start stacking those. Might not look like much at first, but changing the brightness is one of those. It's one of those that starts getting a little bit more sinister the more you stack on. Oh no. We're just playing the game at half brightness now. Oh, my eyes, they're going dim. Oh no. It's going dark. Oh, that's not how you gamer. Wants to throw fireballs at me? I'll throw fireballs at him. I do not have any effect randomizers on right now. That is all you guys. You can donate through the crowd control extension. You get the crowd control coins, and you redeem those for in-game effects. So Black Cat has just stacked on what is that, like 7 or 8 brightness dimmers. So now the gameplay is way dimmer. Oh, you can see the brightness change. Give me that feather. Feather is goated. Oh. He sent me a feather at the same time. I already have one, but I appreciate the sentiment. Oh no, I lost it. It is dark in here. Someone turned out the lights. Stop throwing baseballs at me. Whoa! Another feather, thank you. I appreciate it. I'll be more careful with this one, since it's the one that you gave me. No! Don't lose it. I'm getting sloppy with my gameplay. What am I doing? Always wondered why he's throwing baseballs when he's a football player. Man can have multiple sport interests, I suppose. He's not dressed for the sport, but he could still play it. Alright, we're off to the secrets now. This is where we start getting a little bit... So we start getting a little bit spicier with the overworld routing. Yeah, I mean, he's a charging Chuck, so he does kind of snap to his senses once you give him a quick bonk on the noggin. And he's like, oh yeah, I charge at enemies. That's what I do. That's what I do. He suddenly remembers that he's a charging Chuck. Oh no, Yoshi. He swims faster than I do. So, there he goes. Whoopsie doodle. Oh, whoopsie doodle times 2. I gotta be quick. On my way. I need to get this key so I can go in the secret. Because we are stacking on secrets. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep pushing forward. There is a little bit of a detour I could take to unlock a resupply secret, but considering that those resupplies could get overwritten by crowd control effects, it's probably better for me to just try and make progress. Whoa, uh-oh. Whoa, wait, what? Huh? Wait a minute. You can actually take out the Big Boo? Shows what I know about this game. I don't think I've ever taken out Big Boo with the cape feather. Not once in my life have I ever done that. So hey, I can have my little AGDQ, oh that's never happened before kind of moment. Fun. Also funny that we're getting the lights turned back up when we're in the ghost house. Hey buddy. Bonk. Just gotta wait for him. This boss fight happens on his terms. Ooh. Yeah, I don't think this was technically my first Mario game, but it's definitely the first Mario game that I actually played through to a significant extent and beat and replayed. So it's kind of like an honorary first Mario game for me, in a way. But definitely a strong title, for sure. I'm gonna hit that save. I'm saving at every given opportunity, which basically is only that. Everything from here, there are no save points built in. this is the right one? Now, Star World is kind of a fun world for anyone who's not familiar with Super Mario World. I feel like maybe I should explain some of these things I'm doing, because, boy, we're going through a lot of keyholes. So, some levels have only one exit. Those on the overworld map are usually designated by yellow dots. Some levels have two exits to them, and that's these red dots. Usually, each exit will open a different path, but the Star World is kind of unique in that the regular exit, going like that, the ticker tape goal at the end, actually will not send you forward in the Star World. So the Star World levels, you actually have to find and access those keyholes. We're gonna get a blue Yoshi. Different color Yoshi is a fun experience, but also a very practical one, for reasons that will be much more clear later. Blue Yoshi is, mechanically speaking, probably the most versatile Yoshi. It's definitely not just color bias because I'm also blue. Dabba-dee dabba-die. Blue Yoshi is actually a good option to have on hand. Also, hello Sammy, welcome on in. How y'all doing tonight? I'm just bonking my head on the ceiling, as one does when swimming. Now, the other thing about the Star World is that you can generally use these Star roads as a sort of fast travel system, but the only way they're actually useful is if you progress through the normal overworld and access the Star roads from the other side too. So you kind of have to come at them from both sides to basically bridge the gap. But then you have a quicker way of getting around to different worlds. So that's pretty handy. Let's see. I need to get off of Yoshi for a moment, because I need to take you out of the cloud. Because we don't do cloud computing in this household. I'm doing pretty good, Sammy. Doing pretty good. Playing a good game. Have some good company with as well. Give me that one up. Now for the magical power of Blue Yoshi. As long as he has a Koopa shell in his mouth, he can fly. Normally, Yoshi can only do that if he has a blue shell. Which, if for anyone who has played a Mario Kart game, might sound somewhat familiar. But the reason that we need the ability to fly is so we can get over here. Normally, these blocks here, there's these different colored switch palaces. You go through the palace, and you hit a giant colored button at the end, and it makes all of the blocks of that same color across the whole game fill in. So you see like these red blocks here. If we go to the red switch palace somewhere in the game and hit that switch, these blocks will become solid. So you can see how being able to fly makes that a much easier task getting over here, because otherwise we would have to go through a bunch of the normal game world to get that. Now, the one exception to the Star Road needing to be accessed from both sides. They left the road open to Bowser's front door. So we could just go straight in. Alright, Yoshi, you stay here. This is gonna get dicey. Let's see if I can remember which doors I need to go through. Bowser's Castle, the gimmick here is that there are 4 doors. Each one holds a different sort of gauntlet. You kind of have your choice of what challenge you want to try and take on. And just make your way through. Door number 3 here is a sort of maze with a bunch of these Mecha Koopas walking around. Find that one to be the safest. And then there's this another set of 4 more doors. I think 8 is the one I want. These guys like to jump. Thankfully, having the cape feather makes that much safer. So I specifically, that was most of my practice, was just going through the different rooms and remembering which doors led to which rooms, so I could find the safest ones to start with. Now this room is just a fun little advance through the dark. I think that might actually be the only location in the game that those little hopping ninja enemies show up in. But here we are, Bowser. We are just here. Oh no, he's a scary! Don't look, maybe he didn't see me. Okay, he throws out these little guys to try and hurt me, but I use them to hurt him. Good old-fashioned turn their attacks back against them mechanic. I like it. Oh, that's fire. Let's try and not burn. Hey, Princess Toadstool. Yeah, thanks for the mushroom, but I think I'm gonna pass. I think I'm gonna pass on that one. Now it's time for Bowser to go bowling. It's Bowser bowling. Now this phase arguably gives me the most trouble when trying to actually damage Bowser, just because he's in a follow pattern. So he tries to keep his position above mine. And as you saw, the Mecha Koopas can actually be taken out by the sides of his ship. And then we'll just get rid of this other guy for safety. Mario would like to eat that, but he doesn't have mushroom. I appreciate the pun. Now I'll take it, because now I have the room I need. Bowser's not happy though. He's still technically on a follow trajectory, but he is animation locked. So he can only switch directions once he's finished his bounce. Like that. And done. We out-Koopa'd the Bowser. So yeah, that's Mario World. I figured that would be a good starting goal to go with. Just to, because I had no idea how we were going to do with crowd control tonight. But there we go. That is, I believe that's 11 exits is the official category for that, if I'm not mistaken. Basically, that is the shortest route from game start to game end. So we'll take a little moment here and just let the credits roll. I mean, other than the NES games. Oh yeah, absolutely. Original Mario, you can less than 5 minutes if you really, really know what you're doing. Just to go from, hey, I started the game, to, hey, I finished the game. I do appreciate that, you know how I was saying earlier that the Star Roads only really work as a fast travel if you go between, if you go to it from both sides. They intentionally left that road to Bowser's front door open. That's a very intentional design. I appreciate when game developers do that sort of thing. One of my other all-time favorite games, Metroid Zero Mission, that game is absolutely packed with multiple degrees of sequence breaking. It is quite incredible how few items you actually need to beat Metroid Zero Mission. Can't remember the exact percentages off the top of my head because it's been so long since I actually went through that route. But I think the item acquisition percentage might be single digits. Yoshis! Look at the little babies from the eggs that all the Koopalings have that I only went to one of. At least the credits music is a bop, though. Yeah, I can't imagine that Bowser's very happy with getting immediately unseated that quickly. Just imagine being in his position and is like, yes, I have the princess once again. It's gonna take so long for Mario and Luigi to get over to me. They're gonna have to go through 7 different worlds to get to me. And then not even half an hour passes. Mario is already knocking down the front door. Oh, man. Yeah, he's just like, I had a whole thing going. I just taught Big Mouth to breathe fire. Let me had a whole new pipe thing. Yeah, I know, we didn't get to see that. That's part of why I want to try and beat as many more levels as possible, starting from the beginning of the game again and just doing normal progression. Wanted us to be able to see the end of the game, at the very least. But look, like, who are all of these enemies? We didn't even see Reznor. Like, we only see one of the Koopalings. The only one we see here is Iggy. Iggy and Bowser. Everyone else we just... Yeah. And, because this is a Super Nintendo game, the end means actually the end. There is no continuing from here. We actually just straight up have to reset the game, so we're gonna do it. Reload the save that we were at before. Now that we've gone through the whole star world, we have not saved since beating that ghost house, so we're not going to worry about the star world, which means that we're only going to see green Yoshis. We're not going to see any of the other colors of Yoshi, because I think those only unlock when you catch them for the first time, and they only exist in the star world onward. So we will take a short break here, very short break, just because I see Twitch is going to be trying to start ads on me here. So I figure I might as well take a moment to stretch and hydrate. And if y'all need to do the same, probably a good time to do so. Just a nice, quick 30 seconds. Just to satiate the Twitch ad gods. So, I'm gonna hydrate and stretch a little bit, and I will be right back. Bring it on back to where we were. Hello, everyone. I am back. I have a little bit more moisture in my body. And I think we're ready to start tackling some normal levels again. We're not just gunning it to the end of the game. We're not gonna bully Bowser again. Just knows he's had enough of that. I mean, he did get a hit on me, so it wasn't a total one-sided affair, I suppose. Well, Sammy, thank you for the $5 donation to Trans Lifeline. Much appreciated. Let's see, where are we going here? I guess we could check out Yoshi's house real quick. Just haven't been in here. I mean, he's got a nice little place. This is where we were during the Yoshi hatching sequence. Credits. We have technically seen this. But hello. Sorry I'm not home, but I have gone to rescue my friends who were captured by Bowser. Lorty! Nice thing is, those fruits, I think there's actually enough fruit in that tree that if you bring Yoshi back here and have him eat all of them, he actually gives the benefit of getting all of those. I think, was it a mushroom? Like, hatches a mushroom? Big bullet. Yeah, if we thought bullet bills were threatening enough on their own, now we have Big Brother Bonsai Bill. Oh no, my buttons! They're inverted. Oh. Can I remember which buttons do what? Uh-oh. Oh. Okay, I think I should be able to manage. Oh boy. Aw, didn't jump. Forgot about slopes. Slopes are a little funky with the ability to jump. Inverted buttons are weird. It feels weird holding down a button with the base of my thumb instead of the tip of my thumb to run. I'll manage. I'll make it work. Don't jump me. Oh, jeez. Thank goodness I was on one of the more forgiving levels for that. But thank you for that, Sammy. I appreciate the... God, gosh, what is the word? The word is escaping my brain. Where is it? Where is the word in my brain? Where's the word in my brain? Where's the word in my brain? Where's the word in my brain? All of the buttons. Oh no. Hey, we got a 1-up. So here's the Switch Palace. Go to the end, button. So now any yellow outlines will now be solid yellow blocks. And we also get a save point, which is arguably of equal or greater value to having the yellow boxes everywhere. Because the Super Nintendo version of Super Mario World, also known as the original version of the game, only gives you certain places that you can actually save your progress. Those are Switch Palaces, I think it's whenever you beat a castle or a fortress, and I think the ghost houses, they seem like they also have been giving save points. And I think that's pretty much it. I think those are the only spots. I can't remember if you beat a level, if it gives you a chance to save again. We might find out. Maybe. Anyway, I would like to have my feather back. Thank you. Aw, so much for having my feather back. There's other feathers, I'll get them. Hey, there's one. I just have to be more responsible with it. So this pipe we couldn't go into before. Now that we've actually activated the Yellow Switch Palace, we can actually go into this pipe. And would you look at that? It's a bonus room where we can try our luck and potentially get some 1-ups. Isn't that wonderful? I love a random chance. We got a few 1-ups out of that. That's probably one of the more successful runs of that type of room. Now this is technically an optional area here, but it's a really fun one. You run up here, and you just fly through. Look at all the coins in the sky! So many coins! So many coins! So many coins. That's a pretty fun one. I'm not gonna stick around and grab every single coin. But just a fun little side room. Watch out for these guys. Bring Yoshi back into the mix here. Ooh, well, give me that. Oh, hold on. Gonna lose Yoshi again. Not gonna lose Yoshi. Not gonna lose him. I said I wouldn't lose him, and I'm not gonna lose him. I do want to grab this feather while we're here, though, so I'm going to deposit you right here. We're just gonna move forward enough to summon this guy. Grab my feather. Nice and safe. So, normally the way you would go up to get this key is you go far enough to find the Green Switch Palace, and then you can run up the side of this wall similar to what we did in that other secret area in the pipe. Ooh, nice, we got 40 stars on that one. Nice. Wow. We are actually on our way to the Green Switch Palace right now. Donut Plains 2 has multiple exits, if you notice by the red dot. Now, something interesting to note also with those yellow switch blocks is if you hit them from underneath, they actually provide a mushroom. And they always provide a mushroom. Even if you're already Super Mario, they still only drop a mushroom. Uh-oh. I did forget about that. It has been a long time since I've played this. I forgot that there is only one opportunity to get through there before the squishing happens. So, let me get my other feather here. Aw, man. I'm really getting too careless with these slopes. Slopes do weird things in this game. It's generally not a great idea to try to interact with things on slopes, especially if they're more steep slopes. Slopes do unusual things. Sit here and jump on that. Jump into that block for a while. Dodge the swoopers. Oh. Ryan. Is it this pipe? It's that pipe. That's the pipe that you go into. Okay. Grab that. Ooh, hey, charging chucks that actually kick footballs. Right, those guys exist. Pop this open, grab shell, hit final block, reveal the vine. And keyhole. Now, there aren't many levels where they keep the key farther away from the actual keyhole itself. I think there might be a couple. Nice little one up there. Yeah, the idea is you let that guy kick the shell and you just run along to the pipe. I want to take the shell with me. Just for fun. No other reason. Now, in a similar way to how the yellow switch blocks will give you a mushroom every time, the green switch blocks will give you a feather. And the feather is very good. Arguably the most useful power-up. Because it actually provides mobility. In addition to being an offensive option with the cape spin. I mean, they just flew right into it. What was I supposed to do? They just flew straight into it. Oh no, my buttons! I felt something change. I felt a disturbance in the force. Wait a minute. Am I going crazy? Something felt different. What is happening? It felt like my buttons inverted, but what? Huh? Nothing happened. Am I going crazy? Is my brain just being a silly little guy? I think my brain might just be acting like a silly little guy. I think the crowd control paranoia is setting in. I haven't even really had anything terrible happen and it's already happening. Now this is the opposite. If you go up too early, then you get crushed. I remembered that one. Oh, I'm glad I did. Because auto-scrollers are not kind when it comes to having to replay them. Get a few spike tops and we just head on in. Keep on moving on. Get me out of here. And we have access to that ghost house, but first, let's connect it with the Donut Secret 1. Because the alternate route, or I guess the regular route, links the two up. Oh, I know what happened. I saw something move out of the corner of my eye, so I thought it was a crowd control effect coming through. It's the activity feed, but it's updating the amount of time. It's updating the amount of time that it's been since effects have occurred. So I'm seeing that timer update, and it's giving my brain that feeling of something changed, something's happening. I think that's what's going on. Yeah, I think that's what happened. Now, if some Mario physicists would like to explain this one to me. Mario swims at a certain speed. You can't really run, quote-unquote, underwater. So your movement speed is just what it is when you're underwater. But if you're grabbing and holding an item like that P-switch I was holding there, your top speed while moving side to side is faster. Anyone have any idea as to why that's the case? Why holding something, I would argue, negligible aquatic benefit, for lack of a better word, would provide any tangible value. Also, yeah, that's literally the secret exit for this ghost house. It's just fly up to the left in the first room, and then run over to the right. Now we have the bonus game. You can try to line these up if you want to. Oh, nice. I swear I haven't practiced this. So I just actually managed to figure it out on the fly, I guess. Yeah, based on how many rows of 3 you get lined up of the same icon, that gives you, I think each one gives you an extra life. I don't think it matters what the icons are, as long as they've all match. So the one in the center is just one of the 3, and you have to line up the other ones as best you can. I think this is something that is definitely a marked improvement in the Game Boy Advance re-release of this game. They put a little happy hill here, you know how the hills over on the left, the hills have eyes. They put a little happy hill on this spot for the top secret area in the re-release. So it's not just this path leading to an isolated dot. It's a very important dot, because top secret area gives you Yoshi, 2 fire flowers, 2 cape feathers, and then you leave, and that's it. You can just go back there as many times as you want. So technically, you can go back in with Yoshi and get a 1-up. And you can... It's arguably the easiest, safest way to farm lives. That's a pretty nice thing to be able to have. Oh boy, what is going on? I feel so distracted all of a sudden. That feather, I'm gonna need it so I can lose it again. Oh boy. Ooh. Ooh, it's getting retro. Oh, whoa. Okay. I need to remember how this goes. I have not done this ghost house in a while. This one leads to Coin Trail. You can direct this with the directional pad. You're actually moving the coins. You're directing it like a game of Snake. And it keeps going for that long. You can get a bunch of coins. As long as it doesn't intersect itself. Also, hello Toon, welcome on in. See you tossing some effects my way, appreciate it. Let's see, we don't want to go in this door, we want to go another door in, because we want this area. So this leads to the exit. Get me out of the ghost house. I wish to be free. Hello there. How you doing tonight, Toon? I'm gonna save, and I'm gonna go back to the top secret area, and I'm gonna go get some power-ups because I lost both of them at the very beginning. If I was thinking about it smarter, I would have gotten the ones on the left for the mushrooms and then gotten the ones on the right for the cape feather. That's fine. Not looking for optimal play here, clearly. Oh, look. Another cape feather. Beautiful. Can't help it. I like to get jiggy with Yoshi. I just dance him to the music. No, Yoshi! No! I tried to save him. I really tried. I wasn't fast enough. This is what I get for dancing. Guys, this is why I don't dance. If I dance, I lose. If I dance, I lose people I care about. It just sounds so dramatic. Every time I dance, I lose somebody close to me. This is my curse. I mean, in that situation, definitely Yoshi was my ride or die, because the former didn't happen, so there's only one option left. Oops, I was not using my brain. I should probably try and use that more frequently. Might help. Oh, another bonus area. Wow. Cool. Awesome. Aw. 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 Still got two. That's better than I usually get. I usually end up getting 1 or 0. Whenever it comes to those 3 in a row. I really don't know if there's any sort of strategy to figure out which ones will provide positive value versus just blanking out the whole row. Whoa! Whoa, these pipes are moving! What is this, Mario Wonder? I still need to play that. I have it, I just haven't played it yet. I'm thinking I should probably stream that sometime too. Maybe that'll be one of the games I come back with when I start streaming normally again. I do want to do that again. It's been quite a while. Must have been like 3-4 months since I did a normal weekly stream. Oh, watch out for these Galoombas. I have to stop dancing with Yoshi. I'm scared of what's gonna happen now. I can't dance. Can't dance anymore. I might lose him again. I don't think I can handle all that kind of heartbreak. People I used to watch the majority stopped streaming. Yeah, I definitely meant to. I did not mean to take that long off of streaming, but I think it just kind of happened that way, I guess. Oh. Get the 1-2. But I think things are pretty situated now to the point where I've been missing streaming for a while, and I feel comfortable now with getting back into it. I feel like I will be able to consistently hold up a weekly stream without it feeling like too much extra on top of new responsibilities. Because home ownership is full of fun little exciting surprises sometimes. This is one of those things where I'm going to learn what everybody else has kind of already realized at a certain point. Yeah, no, definitely not parenthood. I don't think I would be able to. I don't think I would be able to handle caring for a child right now. I'm still kind of trying to figure myself out. I want to make sure that everything is all good on the base level foundation before something like that happens. I like to try and do my best to be responsible about it. So right now is mainly just get used to maintaining a household. I feel like that's a pretty reasonable thing to try and get used to before adding too much more stuff on top of it. Yeah, Sammy, that's actually kind of funny. I had a kind of the opposite moment happen recently. I was playing, gosh, what was it? The Everhood 2 demo? I think that game's actually... Everhood 2 is out, isn't it? But I was playing the demo. And there's this like questionnaire at the beginning that I think has some impact on what content you'll see in the demo, which is definitely a very interesting concept in its own right. And definitely a very bold move, making it so that a demo of all things has potentially missable content in it to that extreme of a degree. But I was taking that survey, and one of the things it asks is like, hey, what would you say your general, like, what's your age range? What age range do you fall in? And I'm over here like, yeah, I think 25 sounds about right. And then I had like a mental double take, because I had the sudden realization in that moment that I'm closer to 30 than I am to 25. So I was like, oh, I'm aging. And it was a very interesting moment to have. I haven't really had many moments like that in my life as of yet. I'm sure there are more on the way. I mean, hopefully. I would hope that I've lived long enough to have more moments where it's like, oh wow, my age keeps increasing. It is not just a static number. But it was a very interesting moment, because it's like, oh, I am definitely closer to having existed 3 decades. Yeah, in some ways I do also feel that, where it's like, oh man, like I'm the one responsible for this stuff now. Like, I have to take care of this. This is my thing I have to take care of now. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing per se. It's just a very different experience to be like, okay, I have to figure out how to solve this problem. This is not something I can necessarily just consult somebody else on. It is definitely getting a lot easier to be self-proficient with the amount of information that is just generally accessible at any given moment these days. Yeah, that's exactly the kind of thing I was thinking about too, and it's like, yeah. It's one of those things where it's like, I need to learn how to use a piece of equipment at work that I've never used before. And literally, my boss, because they work on day shift, I work evening shift, so we're not on the same shift. They, no joke, just one of their first suggestions was, hey, just look the thing up on YouTube. Someone will probably have a tutorial on how to use and maintain the equipment. And it took me less than a minute of searching to find exactly the perfect video that just goes over all of the basics for that piece of equipment. Like, the exact make and model. It is downright impressive how much information is available to anyone with an internet connection, which at this point isn't really even that much of a buy-in, because that's practically expected these days for people to have internet connections, so it's just amazing how much there is. The only caveat is sometimes it's a little tricky to find what it is you're looking for, because there's multiple sources of information, and sometimes they conflict. And so that can make things a little difficult. Don't run into me, sir. That was a little sketchy. They really want to give me fire flowers, but I don't want them. I like the cape. The cape is better. Key. Find the gap in the fish here. And keyhole. Number of times I've looked online and found someone solving the exact problem I'm on, the exact model device, etc. is pretty neat. Yeah, oh yeah. Absolutely. Because even just today, I was... My computer is trying to give me some scary looking error message, and it's like, oh, well, you know, if you want to repair this problem, just do XYZ, just do these things, and it's just that simple. Someone already has had the problem, put it online, and someone has given them the solution. And it's arguably even better if the problem in question is a more common problem. Because in addition to it being a common problem that people are more likely to have already solved, there's also sometimes the benefit of, well, I guess it's a mixed bag sometimes, but resource redundancy. Basically, if the information is in multiple places, it could theoretically be easier to find it because there's multiple versions of it that you could come across, so it's statistically more likely to find the information than it is to not. Or I guess it's statistically more likely than just having a single source of the information. The trick, though, becomes sometimes the different sources have different answers. And sometimes the different answers are, like I mentioned before, conflicting. So that can sometimes be a bit of a problem. I'm trying to remember, I can't think of any specific time I've had that problem, but I'm sure it is... I'm sure it has been a problem. But then again, sometimes you get different solutions, and sometimes those different solutions, maybe one of them is more ideal for your particular set of circumstances than the other. Where's the mushroom? Is this one? Ah, I missed a couple of them. It's just extra lives. We have plenty of those right now. But if we want me to have fewer lives, we are currently doing a fundraiser for Trans Lifeline. And you can donate there, or you can use the crowd control extension. And if you donate through the crowd control extension, you also get these funny little coins that let you do funny little things to my funny little game. Now, I'm trying to remember, where's the secret exit? The secret exit on this one... Oh, well, that's me not pressing the jump button correctly. And paying the price for it. And the price is minor inconvenience, but still a price to pay. Where is the secret exit in this one? I think... Oh, it must be up to the left. Is that right? I think so. Pop around this guy. Gosh, if only I had my Super Mario Advance 2 game guide. I think Super Mario Advance 2 was like the Game Boy Advance version of this game. That was the first game guide I ever owned. What was it like? I've only ever owned 2 game guides, like physical paperback game guides. So here's where you can see the Star Road only really works as a fast travel if you come at it from both sides. That's still interesting to have there. Let's see what's over here. Yeah. Yeah, that's what Brainy was saying earlier. Where if you do a normal playthrough of this game, it is totally entirely possible to never see Reznor. But we'll go get him. We'll go visit Reznor. Friendly fellow that he is. Yoshi's back! I promise not to lose him super quickly this time. We'll be more careful with him. We're just gonna take him for a nice little combo bouncing glide. Is there anything good in this box? Let's find out. That's a fire flower, I don't want it. I think we'll be fine without it. Oh. Whoa, there's a feather in that block. Random parachuting bob-ombs are a little scary. But it's fine. We'll be okay. As long as we just keep moving forward. No, you stop that right now, Charge and Chuck. Okay. I'd say we're making pretty decent progress. We're maybe halfway done with World 3. We're kind of taking the secret route right now. Dolphin level! Dolphins! And they're blue! Blue! Dolphins! Look at them, they're such happy little dudes. And they keep me safe from the giant scary pufferfish. Wants to put holes in my shoes. Need these shoes. We're out on an island. Where am I gonna get new shoes? I mean, I guess where does Yoshi get his shoes? Because he's wearing shoes. He comes out of the egg and hatches and is fully grown, wearing shoes. Where does he get them? Who knows? One of the many Mario mysteries. I will say, one thing that's very interesting about the swimming mechanics in this game is you can actually adjust the amount of height that you get for each time that you jump, I guess. So you actually have a pretty reasonable amount of underwater control for your swimming, which is very helpful. You can definitely dodge things with a lot more precision. Which comes in handy in levels like this, where there's a bunch of stuff on screen all at the same time. Being able to control general altitude, or depth, I guess, if we're underwater, is very, very useful. I also have not played pretty much this entire game for a long time. I'm lost. do not remember where basically any of the routes actually go. Beyond what I practiced. That 11 exits route is basically what I'm most familiar with, because it is the easiest one to do the most, like, the largest quantity of runs. There was definitely a point in time when I first played this game. I think this was one of the first games I ever did, you know, like, casual, because I don't know if you want to call it casual speedruns. But basically, I would just, on my own, try and beat the game as quickly as I could. Because there was an actual in-game timer that kept track of how long you'd spent playing. But hey, we're at Reznor. You actually get to see the dude. You get to see him, what he does. He is a Ferris wheel. And a fun little Ferris wheel at that. See if we can get through here without any power-ups at all. Give me a mushroom. I need it. For safety. This area gets really dicey. Particularly with this fish. Fish. Fish really just don't do it for me. I struggle with them quite a bit for some reason. I guess it's them in combination with literally everything else that's happening. Also, thank you, Ninmoon, for the $25 donation to Trans Lifeline. It's much appreciated. Alright, Reznor round 2. He's even got his name on that board back there. Wait for it. And we get it on a platform. There's a fireball. And bonk. And that's Reznor. He's a fun little way of shaking things up. I do appreciate that they have multiple different types of bosses here. Welcome to Butter Bridge. Gosh, I can't remember these stages at all. What is this one? Oh no. I see the screen start scrolling on its own and I already know I'm in trouble. It's an auto-scroller with precision platforming, and I don't have a feather. I'm sure I'll be fine. Totally fine. Give me the little coin. I want to feel happy. Go, 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 go. If I'd gotten that first Koopa Troopa, that would have won up. Still fun though. Man, I can't. Oh boy, it's a fast one. I can't hear this music without hearing. If anyone's familiar with Siva Gunner, they basically do like mashups, I guess. I don't know how exactly to describe it. But I can't hear this without hearing Witch Doctor now. It's so deeply ingrained into my brain. And auto-scrollers give me a lot of time to really hear it and think about it. But yeah, so they'll take usually what the joke is with Siva Gunner is some songs in games will sound a lot like other songs, whether they be from games or not. And so they'll take the sound font for a game, they'll take like the instruments that a game uses, and they'll kind of do like a fusion between the game's original track and what the track sounds like the other song. So that's a pretty fun one. So like for that athletic theme, it sounds kind of like Witch Doctor. Ting tang walla walla bing bang. I'm trying to think. Oh no, Yoshi! It's so easy to lose him. Because he runs off as soon as you take damage and is just gone. Up with the shells. Oh no! Gotta watch out, there's an aerial assault up in here. I forgot how scary this level is. Oh boy, let's keep on going. Hey Yoshi, he's back. Yoshi's back. Oh, oh, oh no, Yoshi, come back here. Come back here, buddy. I need you to hold it together. Ooh, Yoshi, no! Right at the end, too. Oh no. And now we're at Castle 4. We skipped Castle 3. I'm not trying to skip levels. I like following the secret paths, I guess. And so now we've skipped Castle 3 and we're on to Castle 4. I promise I'll go back. Promise I'll go back and play the rest of World 3. No! No! There we go. Okay, I got one. That's all I'm getting. That's pretty typical for my luck. Run! The ceiling is crushing down! Now it's not. Now it is again. Run! Run! And we're fine. And there should be a checkpoint. Oh, no, there is not. Is that something they added in the... I think that might be something they added in Super Mario Advance. The advanced version of the game. Yeah, I think that normally there would be a checkpoint there in the Game Boy Advance version. This is decidedly not the Game Boy Advance version. Ludwig! Sir, stop spitting hot fire. I need you to chill out. Bro's got mad flips, though. Oops. Let him get a little too close there. I guess I thought he was gonna stop a little bit sooner. Not a big deal, though. We are all good.
Hooray!
I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna do the rest of World 3. I promise. I didn't mean to skip World 3. Oh no. Oh no, he's got a band-aid now. Ludwig von Koopa's days of composing Koopa symphonies in Castle Number 4 are over. Oh, it's so tempting to move forward because Forest of Illusion is kind of interesting. It's got an interesting gimmick to it. gonna go back, I'm gonna do World 3. Sure, we'll have time. And if we don't, then oh well. That's just the price I pay for giving each Koopaling along the route their time in the spotlight. In not skipping, I'm not skipping Castle 3. Let's go Vanilla Dome 2. Let's go through here the normal way. Part of why I like doing the secret routes is because that's what my brain remembers more strongly, because the normal routes are the things that you would expect. They're just follow the path forward and that's how you get to them. So I guess the secret routes are a little bit more, I suppose, interesting. Just from the perspective of them being the less conventional route. Oh, he jumped over. Sir, you've made this a little bit conflicting for me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So that charge and chuck that jumped over the yellow blocks, I think he's supposed to run through them and break them, because that's something they can do. When they're doing their charge, they can actually, whoa, let's leave that behind. They actually can break through the yellow blocks. But, oh, he decided to just go through the one block gap over the top. Which I did not anticipate. Always keep them guessing, never let them know your next move. Nope, not taking that fire flower. If I take damage, I know that the Cape Feather's got my back. Woo, 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 woo. Speaking of Cape Feather, let's double up on it. Extra coins, I suppose. While I'm waiting for the ghost ring, oh boy! Flubber. In gaseous form. I suppose that's gaseous. Is that semi-gaseous? Because it is solid in a way, since it has form. And I think that's the real exit. I think this stage, the ghost houses are a little bit funky sometimes, where the normal exit is kind of a secret. This is not a ghost house that has multiple exits. So I think if you just follow the standard path, you just get looped back to an earlier part of the level. Oh boy. Skull Raft. Here we go. It's a pseudo auto-scroller. The level isn't moving on its own, it's something within the level that's moving on its own. It's functionally identical in a way. Just gotta dodge these boys. You know, I kind of wonder, is there anyone that's done a study on the creatures of Mario World and just really sat down and thought about how would these creatures exist in this ecosystem? Because, like, what do these lava creatures really do? They just kind of vibe until something gets close enough. Also, now there's ice. It's just ice now. We went from lava to ice. Apparently there's ice in this little secret pipe area. And yes, legitimate ice physics. You see how I slide with momentum. Oh, let me snooze that ad break, because we are not at this level yet. Wahoo! This is a bad idea. Oh, I walked back that decision at literally the last possible moment to not suffer the consequences of my actions. And the cape feather perhaps makes me a little too bold. It is undeserved boldness. They're giving me a bunch of cape feathers, so I feel compelled to make use of them. Spin! Oh, that's fun. You can just spin as fast as you can press the button. With that in-game lag, though. There we go. That's a nice 9 set. Alright. Okay, Twitch, I'll give you your moment to run ads, be sated. Be sated. Take a moment to hydrate. We'll just do that. Another quick 30-second break. Stretch and hydrate and all that such that is. Just so Twitch can be happy and not interrupt what's going on. Because it was trying to run stuff in the middle of that level, and I did not want it doing that. So, I'm gonna take a moment to stretch and hydrate. Good opportunity to do so if you need to as well. So I will be right back. Game. Hello, welcome back. Let's get to Castle 3. Can't remember, is it Larry or Lemmy that's here? I think is it Lemmy? I can't remember. It's one of them. I think this one is one of the... Whoa, that's not great. I want to go down this pipe and get away from that. Oh, look. More lava skull raft. In case you didn't get enough of it from the level we just played. You can do more of it here if you want. And back up. Whoa, I forgot. Green Koopa Troopas, don't do that. Don't do that whole turn around on the ledge thing. You know, for anyone who's curious about the bullet bill firing squad control effect, I can't remember exactly what it's called in there. I could probably look. What is that effect called? Where is it? Where is it? is it? Be in here. Bullet Bill Airstrike, that's what it's called. The Bullet Bill Airstrike, that level, I think, is where it gets that coding from. How to spawn in the bullet bills and all that. Hey, Magic Koopa. Rude boy. You're gonna kill me. I have nowhere to go. Well, this is Lemmy. Yeah, that does make sense. I thought it was Lemmy. Yeah, I need you to spawn there. Oh boy. Oh boy. Get up here. Oh, I thought that was gonna hit me. Alright, where's the door? There's the door. Get in the door. Checkpoint. One up. Isn't that polite of them? Alright, this castle. We got the rise and fall platforms in lava. Delightful. Ooh, lava bubble. Oh no! It hurt. Now I am so small. And now I'm big again. It was fine. I'll wait for that lava bubble, and we go. Try Bones, what are you doing up there? What are you doing up there, buddy? Oh, he's coming back down. Oh boy. Close the door, close the door. Okay. Hey, there's even a green box here. Nice. Green Switch Palace. Coming in handy. Alright, here's our first type-based castle boss. Boink. Gotta watch out for those fake Koopalings. I don't think they really do anything if you hit them. You get points. You get points, but I don't think they do anything negative. It's just not doing damage to the boss. Mario's quest is starting to get much more difficult. Have you found the red and green switches yet? They do give you a hint that the other two switches are somewhere before this point. But we already knew that, because we got them both. The only switch we don't have is blue switch, and that's in the Forest of Illusion, I think. We are not quite there yet. I don't know if we'll reach that point before the end of my time slot. But we'll find out. I'm definitely trying to see as many levels as possible here. Let's do a little bit of a dance here. Tempting fate with a dance. Also, if I had a Yoshi, I could use those wings. Fortunately, we do not have Yoshi. But those wings in particular are of a unique sort. They would bring us to a separate area, kind of like a secret area, where we would just have Yoshi, but with wings. That was a terrible idea. I tried to grab the Cape Feather, but I was not using my brain. Maybe if I was bigger brain, that plan would have worked. That's what checkpoints are for. And the difficulty in the original version of Super Mario World is also a little bit more harsh than what I'm used to. Super Mario Advance 2 is definitely more forgiving in the sense that if you take damage, you only lose one damage state. You don't lose both of them. Yeah, Pascal, I don't blame you. That stage is a killer. And if I'm not mistaken, yeah, that's a red. It's a red. That means there's a secret. It means there's a secret exit. And having something like the feather is essential to getting it. We're gonna try to hold on to a feather this time. Yeah, this stage is, this one definitely is up there in terms of sheer difficulty. Just because trying to predict the trajectory of the buzzsaws during that long rope section at the end, I just find that to be particularly tricky. Because they're just moving so fast. Let's see if I can do better with it this time. I just need to hang on to a feather. And then I need enough speed. Fly. That's not enough speed for flying. Wait, I'm remembering something. I might need a Yoshi for that. Let's keep moving forward. I might actually need a sacrificial Yoshi for that, which I know, a big shocker that I've been having issues holding onto a Yoshi. I think we might actually need a Yoshi for that. Be up quicker getting this guy. And then grab this, so we can grab another one. Nice. Ooh, I do appreciate how they use the slopes. You can see them making use of the slopes with the sliding Koopas. Whoa! I'm gonna just ignore those guys. Oh boy, that's a lot of Monty Mole. Let's just grab that one up, I suppose. I want to be able to see the bottom of the stage. I do not want to be going through this blind again. Ah, there's so many moles! Sure, I'll take the extra points. No! And get him. Whoa! 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 He's going crazy! That man was chasing! I bonked him on the noggin and he was still flying up there. That guy wanted me dead. I have enough extra lives, just... I think I'm gonna stop going for the ticker tape. I think we have enough extra lives at this point. We don't need them. Yeah, that man was after me. Okay, I am gonna go back and get a Yoshi. Well, wait. Yeah, we can get a Yoshi at that point. Wait a minute. I'm having a bit of a brainwave. Do we actually need the Yoshi? It's for a different reason than I think. I think the special Yoshi wings, I think those actually are the secret exit. I'm thinking of a much later stage for the secret exit I was trying to get. There's a stage way later in the game that has something that you need to lie under to get to the actual secret exit. It's definitely not this one. I was thinking way too far ahead. I think we have enough time to go back and get the secret exit here. I'm not gonna play. Oh, I guess we're here. Oh, my Yoshi is blue now. Yeah, you're blue now. That's my attack. Now that I was not expecting. Yes, Yoshi is just, he's blue now. Also, you like the parallax scrolling on this background? Because it is going crazy. I guess motion sickness warning. I certainly was not expecting it. I forgot that this stage does this. Oh boy. Quite the experience. Yeah, sure, I'll go down the arrow. No, that doesn't count for the secret exit. Is it actually? Huh. Well, okay, there's a secret exit there. Maybe it does involve the thing that I was thinking about, but I want to show something else off instead. So we have the Forest of Illusion. This place is pretty cool. It's a forest, and may or may not have some illusions in it. Not so much in the stages themselves. Oh, we actually just straight up have a blue Yoshi now. Oh, that's interesting. So you can get a blue Yoshi that early. Interesting. Anyway, let me... Whoa, watch out! The game's gonna lag with all these particle effects on screen. Oh no! Oh no! Oh! Okay. I'm not gonna get the... There's a power-up balloon in there. I'm not gonna get that because... Okay, never mind. I'm gonna go get that. I was going to say I'm not going to get it because that would force me to... You know, sometimes plans just don't work out. Some plans just weren't meant to be. You know how sometimes sometimes plans just fall apart. That was definitely one of those times. Give me that feather. I want to show off the gimmick of the Forest of Illusion before my time is up. Please. Oh, the slowdown. Super Nintendo can't handle all of these graphics. So we take this over here. We get ourselves a funny little key as soon as Mario goes back to normal. We get ourselves a funny little key. Oh, I can feel the slowdown on those keyhole graphics too. Okay, so the key took us over to the Forest Ghost House. That's pretty cool. We had no idea that ghost house was even there. It just showed up. Yes, I'll take the fire flower as an extra point of damage. Yoshi! Not a blue Yoshi, but he's back. Now if we do the normal exit, give me that star. I want the invincibility. Because, oh boy. I don't know if it helps to make the game slow down less. But hey, we can get some 1-ups, I guess. Not taking that. Wow, a bunch of extra lives. Oh, I just need one more. Just need one more life now. Okay, normal exit. This takes us somewhere else. It takes us over to that little lake we see. Now, unfortunately, I don't have quite enough time to show off the larger scope of Forest of Illusion, but this area does have an interesting little sort of overworld gimmick to it. So pretty much every single stage here has 2 exits, and as you can see, each exit will lead on a different route. But some of the exits will take paths that lead back into other levels, so you'll get sort of a crisscross where it's like, oh, taking the normal exit took me back to Forest of Illusion 1, but now I have a straight north-south path from Forest of Illusion 1 to the other level, even if it's not really necessary. So it's definitely easy to get a little lost for a while in the Forest of Illusion. I think it's a pretty neat implementation of that concept of having multiple exits and tying the paths together like that. Because it forms a circle around, and then there's like a crisscross inside of that circle that links between. And there's also two ways out of the forest. One of them is down to the south, and that just is the normal progression that leads you to Castle 5. Which I believe is Roy? I think that's Roy Koopa, if I'm not mistaken. Cool guy Roy with the cool guy shades. There is also a secret exit off toward the left side of the map, and if you take that out, you go to the other. There's the other route out there. That is the second Reznor Fortress. Just trying to think. There are 3 fortresses, because there is. If we look back on Bowser's map, I think there's a fortress on that map too, blocking the way to the back door of Bowser's castle, which is arguably the safest. It's a much safer way of getting to Bowser than going through the castle proper. This map was always where I got stuck and couldn't progress as a kid. I definitely don't blame you, because it does get a little confusing over here. Just a little bit. Yeah, I was trying to think. World 6, the Chocolate Islands, that's where I kind of started to lean more heavily on the guide, mainly for one specific level. There's a whole level where the gimmick is the level exits between pipes. It'll change where you go depending on how many coins you have currently and how much time you have left on the clock, I think. So based on those 2 things, you would go to different areas. And thank goodness I had the guide, otherwise I would have never known that or been able to figure out where to go. Because I think all roads lead to the normal exit, but only one specific route will take you to where the key and keyhole are located. So if you want the secret exit for that stage, it is basically either up to process of elimination, random lucky chance, or having a guide. But definitely some interesting gimmicks and mechanics and things like that they did in this game, for sure. But that is my time slot. We will be raiding out here to Brainy, the RPG cat. Hello, Kyo. Welcome on in. You are just in time to join us as we head on over to Brainy, the RPG cat, as we continue our charity raid train for Trans Lifeline. So we are going to head over that way. I apologize for the raid chaining, but I gotta respect the time slots. Everybody's gotta get their time, and I don't want to take that time away from anybody else. So we're gonna pop on over. Sounds like Brainy's live. Okay, we'll head on over and check out what he's got going on tonight. So thank you all for being here and hanging out and donating to a good cause. We're gonna keep things rolling with Brainy. So let's head on over. Also, good advice. Don't forget to stay hydrated and take care of yourself. Y'all ready to go? Y'all ready to go? Let's go.